Hello everyone. To move on with our lecture series of textual analysis of the drama Macbeth, and so far we have discussed in our previous lecture second scene of act second. So in that scene we have discussed that Macbeth has committed the crime of murdering King Duncan, and now he is feeling a kind of guilt on his act. So at that moment, Lady Macbeth tries to convince her husband that it's not a thing to feel guilty, but it's a thing which will provide them a bright future. So that's what the action we have seen in our previous lecture. Now we come to scene third of act second, and this scene is also called as Porter scene, and it is also a significant scene in this drama. There is also one more important thing about this scene, that in this scene Macbeth has used a literary device, a very important literary device in the context of tragedies, and that is called dramatic relief. So as you can see that dramatic relief, the term is coined from two words, dramatic and relief. So dramatic means related to drama, and we all know that this drama is a tragedy. Relief means relaxation. So in this way, this is a literary device which provides a kind of relaxation from tragic action of the drama. So it is a simplest definition to understand what a dramatic relief is. So as we know that in a tragedy, the atmosphere is full of tension, horror and terror. There are presented spectacles of horrible murders, and in the atmosphere there is darkness, blackness and ghastliness. So dramatic relief is the name given to artistic device of removing the tension of tragic acts to relieve the stress of bearing the tragic tensions from the minds of spectators. So in this way, dramatic relief provides a kind of relief from the stress of tragic action. So Macbeth has used this dramatic relief in this scene also. So now I am sharing the text of scene third of act second. So as you can see on the screen, this is act second, scene third, and the scene is set in the courtyard of Macbeth castle. So knocking without, enter a porter. So there is an entry of one more character, and that is a porter. So as the scene starts, porter says, "Here is knocking indeed." So the porter says that certainly here is a knocking. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have all turning of the key, and now he is engaged into some imagination, and he says that if I were a porter of the Hellgate. So now Porter is assuming himself as the as a porter of the Hellgate, and I would be busy in turning the key to open the gate so frequently. So he says that here is a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have all turning of the keys, knocking within. Now there is again the noise of knocking. Knock, knock, knock. Who is there? I, the name of Beelzebub. So now the porter is asking, who is knocking there? Speak in the name of Beelzebub. Here is a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. So the person who is knocking at the gate, at the hell gate, is a farmer who hanged himself to death on the expectation of plentiful harvest. Come in time, have napkins enough about you. Here you will sweat for it, knocking within. And now Porter says to that farmer that you have come in right time. I hope you have good supply of handkerchief with you, which you will require for wiping off sweat here in the burning hell. Knock, knock. Who is there? In the other devil's name, Heth. Here is an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale. So there is again the noise of knocking, and the porter is again asking, who is there? Speak your name in the name of second devil, and that person is, here is a Jesuit quibbler who could swear on both sides of the question against each other. Both scale again, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. So that Jesuit has committed many crimes by telling lies, and he must be guilty of treason in the name of religion, yet his quibbling did not help him to go to heaven. So come in, Mr. Equivocator. Knocking between, knock, knock, knock. Who is there? Faith, here is an English teller, come hither for stealing out of a French house. So now the other man who is knocking at the hell gate is an English teller, and who has been sent to hell for stealing cloth that was given to him to make a French garment. Hose means garment. Come in, teller, here you may roast your goose. And the porter says to the English teller that the hell is not enough to roast your goose, means you will receive enough punishment for your thefts. Knocking within, knock, knock, never at quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to have let in some of old profession that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. So the porter again hears the noise of knocking, and now he says that there seems to be no end of this knocking. Who are you? But this castle is a very cold place as compared to the hot atmosphere of the hell. Now there is a real knocking at the gate, and now the porter is feeling the cold there, and he says that this place is colder than the hell. So, but this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to have let in some of all professions that goes the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. And he says that it is no good working as the porter of the Hellgate any longer. I had a mind that admits some men of all professions who live easy life until they reach hell where the fire burns eternally. Now knocking within. Anon, anon, I pray you remember the porter. And now there is again knocking, and he says that I am soon coming. Please do not forget to give the usual tips to the porter. And now the porter opens the gate. So now the real characters of the drama enter MACBETH and Lennox. And there are two characters at the gate, MACBETH and Lennox. MACBETH, was it so late, friend? Are you went to bed? And now MACBETH is saying, was it very late, Mr. Porter, when you went to bed that you kept sleeping so late? Porter, faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. And Porter says that, yes, sir, we were engaged in drink and merriment till about 3 o'clock of this morning. MACBETH, what three things does drink especially provoke? Now MACBETH asks to Porter that what are those three things which drink especially provokes? Then Porter says, Mary, sir, nose, panting, sleep, and urine. And now Porter says that by Virgin Mary, sir, it makes the drunkard nose red, provokes sleep and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. And it is like lechery, sir. It provokes and unprovokes. But it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. And in this way, Porter says that if therefore excessive drinking is an equivocator just as lechery is. It makes one lecherous. It destroys one ability to be lecherous. So, therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and it takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. And he says that if it makes one lecherous, it destroys one's ability to be lecherous. It does both, makes him and mars him. It persuades man towards lechery. It disheartens him as it kills his capacity. Makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in sleep, and giving him the lie leaves him. So Porter says that drink makes him to seek lechery, but at the same time soon makes him incapable. To conclude, it equivocates him in a sleep and knocking him down because he is too weak to stand up and deserts him. So, in this way, Porter is explaining the effect of drinking wine.